Hello, everyone. Professor Jamie Dingman here. And today I'm going to give you an overview of our Canvas shell and an overview of how to start this class. Okay, so the first thing I want you to be aware of are the two menus. Here on the left-hand side, we have what's called the global menu. And then here on the right-hand side in the white and blue, we have what's the course navigation menu, okay? Now over here from the global navigation pane is where you can access this really cool feature called our calendar. And if you click on that, just make sure our class is selected over here on the right-hand side, and you can see all of our assignments and their due dates. And if you click on this, it will actually take you to the specific assignment. I do recommend, though, that you go through all the pages in a module and not just go directly to the assignments unless you've already viewed the assignment and you know what's going on. The other feature that you can find here in the calendar is the find appointment to come see me for office hours. So you're going to click on find appointment, make sure our class is selected, hit submit, and you'll see here on the calendar, it will populate the different office slots that I have. So let's just click on one. You can see here, all right, this will be from my first appointment from 10 to 11. In the comments, here's where you can type something that you want to work on, and then you'd click reserve to make sure that spot is reserved for you to come see me during office hours. Okay, let's close out of there, and let's head back over to our class. So from the dashboard, you'll be able to access our class. And when you land on our homepage, this is what you will see. Okay, it's a welcome letter from me, just basically going over the course and our requirements. I did send all of this information in the welcome letter, but you might not have gotten my welcome letter. So all of that information is here for you as well. Okay, so make sure you read through this page here. Okay, this kind of gives us all the information, and then it'll link you straight into the introduction module to get to work. Before we do that, though, I did want to go over the rest of this menu here. So underneath the home page, you'll find the link to our announcements. And this is where I keep any announcement that I send out to your class. I send announcements weekly on Sundays where I break down the whole week's assignments. And then I'll usually send out another reminder in the middle of the week or towards the end of the week with updates, motivation, just to kind of keep you guys going along, okay? So I don't delete any announcements. Every announcement I send to you guys will be kept there in the announcements tab, so you can always find those announcements. The next tab underneath announcements is going to be modules, and this is basically one of the most important tabs. This is where all of the class content is. Okay, so if we click on modules, you'll see it takes us directly to where all of our work is going to be located. So there's two ways to look at modules, okay? There is this view, what's called the bird's eye view, where you can see everything that's coming up, right? And jump right into a specific assignment page, okay? The other way to view the pages is to view them sequentially, where you click on a page and then you just move to the next page by clicking the next button, do the work on that page or read the content, and then click next to go to the next assignment. So when you're sitting down to do a few assignments in a row, click on the one you want to start with, and then you can just navigate directly through those assignments. But let's say you aren't going to do a whole bunch of assignments in a row. You just want to jump to a specific assignment. That's when this bird's eye view is best, because you can scroll through and access the page specifically that you're looking for without having to click through all of the pages. Okay. So you'll see we start off with our introduction module. That's the first thing that you're going to be completing this week. Then we roll right into our Essay 1 module, and you can see I start off with our overview materials, the assignment sheet and grid, which our assignment sheet is the prompt. The grid is our calendar of assignments. And then we jump into the readings and reading activities. So you'll complete the readings and reading activities. And then after we finish our reading cycle, we jump into the drafting cycle, and you'll see all of the materials needed to start drafting essay 1. And we end the module by submitting our conference form, which you'll go over later, and our essay and our essay grammar unit. Okay, and you can see all of the due dates posted here for you for these different assignments right here on the bird's eye view of Canvas. But you can also see, right, when you get into the specific assignment. So you can see right here at the top, it gives you the due date and all the information. Okay, so that's what our modules will look like. And again, that's where all of our course content will be. I do have the discussion board. I embed everything that you need to complete an assignment into the specific page in the module. So you technically will never really need to come over here to discussions to click on and search and try to find a specific discussion, because I already embed it for you, right? Like blog 1. Yeah, you can click on discussions and come search and find blog 1, but you can also find blog 1 already embedded for you right here in the introduction module. And I do this for all of our discussions. All of our assignments that are technically discussion boards will be embedded directly into the module so that you don't have to jump around into discussions. All right. Underneath discussions is where you'll find the grades tab. This is an important tab because this is how you're going to be keeping track of your assignments. Okay, and you'll be able to click on the assignment here to go directly to that assignment, and you'll also see tags if it's missing or if it's been submitted, and then once it's graded, you'll see the score here. Okay, underneath the grades tab is where you'll find my syllabus for this class. All right, make sure you read through that information or watch my syllabus video here. Underneath the syllabus tab, I have the smart search. So this is a function that just allows you to search all of Canvas here. So let's say we were looking for reading strategy. Hit search. And it will search the entire course and pull up every instance where we see reading strategy, and you can jump directly to the page that you're looking for. Okay, so that's our smart search function. You can also get to assignments directly under that on the assignments tab and search specifically for an assignment like blog 2. There you go, you can see it and you can jump right to it. Underneath the assignments tab, we have a link to our library, the Hayden Memorial Library. Which is where you can check out a laptop or a tablet if you don't have access to one. And we'll be using our library this semester, particularly once we hit essay 3 and we jump into our research essay. Then underneath that, you'll see a link to Citrus Zoom. So if we're doing Zoom office hours, if you need to meet with me, I'll go ahead and send you a link to Zoom. And then we also have a course chat. Now, be advised that this course chat is not a private chat between me and you. It is a chat for the entire class. Okay, so if you want to post something on the chat, that's fine, but just please don't put anything that's private that's meant only for my eyes on this chat, because again, it is the course chat and everybody in the class will be able to see what you're posting here. All right, and then we'll go over Gale in context opposing viewpoints once we get into that research essay. But where I want us to go back to is our modules. And we're going to start with our introduction module. Okay, so for the introduction module, essentially just follow the instructions here, right? You can see these are all view. You're just viewing the pages. And then down here under the introductory assignments is where I actually have the assignments for the introduction module. So let's click here on the first assignment, the MLA template. Now, when you're going to submit an assignment, you'll see here I have the purpose. I start out with the purpose. Why are we doing this assignment? What's the function here? I give you the instructions, how I want you to complete the assignment. I tell you how you're being graded on this assignment. And then at the bottom of the page, I have helpful links to the Canvas guides that will be able to help you submit assignments here on Canvas if you're unfamiliar with this process. but I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So let's do a sample. So let's say we are ready to submit our MLE template. We're going to click Start Assignment. It pulls you down here. Okay, now you can upload, and I give you all these different options here to upload. So you can upload a file directly from your computer. You can upload a link to a Google Doc. I also have Google here, so you can embed it in. That's what we are going to do. And we're just going to pick any one of my files to upload it here. Okay, we can see my assignment is attached. Once your assignment is attached, you have an option here to leave me any comments if there's something specific you want to tell me about the assignment. But we want to make sure we hit submit. Okay, it doesn't automatically submit for you. You have to hit that blue button. So make sure you do that. It will process. Okay, good. And it has loaded. We can see right at the top of the page, we get our notice that it was submitted. We have our timestamp here. Okay. Then let's say you realize you have submitted the wrong file and you need to resubmit. That's no problem. Just click on New Attempt. It'll pull you back down to the bottom of the page where you can resubmit your assignment. Okay. So that's no problem at all. That's how you're going to submit a typical assignment. Now, for discussion type assignments, let's go to blog 1. For discussion assignments, what you're going to do here is read the post, read what the instructions for what you're posting, and then you're going to hit reply to leave your post. So for blog 1, I'm asking you to introduce yourself and include pictures or videos of things that are significant to you. So I did the first blog for you guys so that you can see what you're supposed to be doing. So when it's your turn, you can come in, read my blog, and if you want to kind of copy the style that I'm doing for my blog, feel free to do that, but you can also do your blog post in your own style. Okay, so once you're ready to post your own blog here, again, make sure you hit reply, and then this formatting box will pop up here, and you, type your response, and then you're able to edit the text, make it bigger, change the color of the writing. I would just kind of stick with black, make sure that everybody can read and see your writing, but you can also highlight things. So there's all these features. You can embed the images, you can embed video, right? You can embed links to stuff. So that's how this works. Cancel out of that. Okay, so that's how you do your own post. Now with these blog assignments and other discussion assignments where you have to comment to somebody else, what you do is you go to that person's post and you click reply on their post. Okay, then you type your comments, whatever it is. Here is my comment. And then again, make sure you hit reply and it'll post your reply directly underneath the person here. Okay. Okay, so something else you can do, let's say you don't like your post or you put the wrong thing or whatever it is, you can delete your own post and your own replies. But just be careful that you're not actually deleting something that you want to keep, okay? So that is how we do blog assignments and any other assignment that's a discussion board type assignment. And like I said, I'll have the discussion board embedded directly into the module, directly into the page that I want you to complete. Okay, so let's head back out to modules. So make sure you take a look at all these pages in the introduction module, including this page here for the Writing Center and embedded tutoring. That's super important. We're fortunate to have an embedded tutor in our class who's going to be helping us with our assignments. So make sure you review that. You also have a writing center requirement for conferences, meaning you have to meet up with our embedded tutor or one of the other writing center tutors for our essays. So please make sure you check out that page for the requirements on those conferences, as well as the instructions on how to do the conferences. Okay, so once you finish up with the the introductory module, you can jump right on into the essay 1 module and begin looking at the pages and doing the work here on these pages. Okay, everybody, that should bring us to the end of our Canvas tour. If you have any questions or concerns, please go ahead and shoot me an email, jdingman@citruscollege.edu. Another easy way to contact me is here through our Canvas inbox. It's not going to display for me on my test account, but that is another way to contact me. So let me get into my instructor account. So you can reach out to me directly, okay, here through Canvas, and send me an email, or you can send me an email from your email to my campus email, but you can reach me directly through Canvas as well. All right. So if you have any questions, you need any help with anything, please feel free to reach out to me via email or Canvas inbox. I also have my Remind set up where we can text each other through Remind. So any of those methods, and I will get back to you as soon as I can and give you the help that you need. Okay, everyone, until the next video, bye-bye.